What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Aaron, what did I tell you? In this one, we're going to be continuing our Let's Build Poppy Playtime Chapter 3 in Minecraft. This is episode number 6, and we are live, and Aaron broke the rules, so he's getting a 24-hour time. I'm just kidding, I'm not going to time you out. Hello, Chris. Hello, Mini Mumbo. For those of you in the Discord, yeah, I noticed a typo. It might, I don't know if it'll fix automatically, but I did make a typo there. Hello, Kikuya. You were fast. You weren't too fast. Aaron was too fast. Aaron joined before I even started. My god. Hello, Luke. Hello, Catnap. Hello, Gamga. So we're going to be working on Home Sweet Home. I'll show gas production later, although I'll give you the little whoop. So what's going on so far. That looks trippy, that part in particular. So yeah, you see I'm almost done that. That's exciting. I think after that room, it's just Catnap boss fight area, which should be easy, I would imagine. Hello, Huggy. Yeah, my livers are great, aren't they? Politics. Hello, Iker. Whee! We're gonna enter this way because I can. So Home Sweet Home has not been touched. It's gonna primarily be streamed, but I might end up doing something else. It's like working on it. I don't know, because seeing as how I'm almost done gas production. After gas production is done, I don't really have anything else to work on with this. So, yeah, because of time lapse stuff. I mean, to keep the consistency of everything. Wow, it says one viewer. Or one view actually. It's not viewers. It's views. Anyway, so we're one hallway segment in, which is great. My hope is that we're gonna finish this entire part today. Like, the entire nightmare section. And if I do have an emergency, Home Sweet Home clip if I happen to get far enough to need one, but I don't think we will. Last thing I used map art on? Security breach, I think. Yes, T-Jock, I have heard of it, actually. It's in my playlist. Yeah, I'm like 2 steps ahead of you, sorry. I heard that like ages ago, I think, and I found it again recently. Your river story? Great. But, yeah, Chris, it hasn't been used yet, but it was starting to get made. There was map art for the posters. No, it doesn't rhyme with Greg, so close. That's why Country Ball just came across it on YouTube. I was trying to find his, because he made a channel, Jake, and I was trying to find that, and it popped up, and I was like, oh yeah. I didn't actually recognize it at first, but once I, like, listened to it, I was like, oh. Yeah, I do recognize that. So, anyway. First hallway here? Yes, first hallway here. Okay. So. This is so dark. Hold on. Okay. Now that I'm blinding myself. The light. Make sure one here anymore includes great amounts of your suffering. I was just gonna like wait for you to tell it rather than be like go on, but you know, you do your thing, I guess. You amp it up and then don't say anything. That also technically is an option. Not exactly a preferred option, but it is still an option. So you gotta list out all the possibilities before you say anything else. Hey, I said it's fixed. It's fixed, Catnap. I don't want to hear it. Thank you, T-Jog, for not mentioning it, by the way. I think you're like the only person from Discord other than Gamga that didn't. Well, I guess Kikua didn't, but Kikua mentioned me. Kikua is just being dramatic, that's all. Started Granny? Nice. I almost started Granny 2 today, and then I stopped myself. Why did I stop myself, you may ask? I don't really know. Actually, I don't need those. The only reason I actually didn't was because I didn't want to... Well, I do want to start it, but I just kind of wanted to prepare myself. I don't want to use all my phone battery, because I need it for this. Hi, Kikua. Again, I guess. I don't know why I said hi again. Are we on 30, Folix? No, yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah. Because I forgot musical memory ended on 30. Why is that man's fault? Exactly, man. No, but why is that his fault that you said it? In regards to a moderator in my server. That'd be like, who can I pick on here? That'd be like T-Jock saying hi and then me dropping my like IP address in the chat and being like, oh yeah, that one's T-Jock's fault because he said hi. If he didn't say hi, I wouldn't have dropped that, you know? Like, obviously a little bit of a stranger correlation, but it is still generally the point. Thank you, Folix. A Wawa? I feel like I have a Wawa on my list. I might. Hold on. Let me check. If not, I can get thrown in somewhere. Probably at the bottom. That's the important list. I can take this one off, actually. I just built it yesterday. Is it in the other? Surely it is. I feel like it's gotta be. No, really. I swear it was in there. Whatever, it's getting thrown in the important list. That is still growing, I guess. Hello, Joe Blyman. Okay, but he says that to you specifically. Again, it'd be like me calling T-Jock T-Jock, and then he's like, oh, you just said my IRL name. His IRL name is probably not T-Jock. Unless it is, I don't know. I can't assume. Just saw it. Thanks for not noticing my blunder. Appreciate that. Not that that was intentional from you, but whatever. Okay. Hi, Laser Wolf. Hello, Federico. I've built, if you've watched Dirt City, I had a couple backroom streams or videos on that, where I, well, built the backrooms. Mainly pool room. It was like mainly pool rooms on level 0, but it was still backrooms, so. Thanks for reminding me. I actually completely forgot. I remember before I started, I was like, yeah, I'll remember to invite T-Dog, and then I just got carried away and forgot. Okay, so are both sides the same? Yes, but are they, like, are they... It looks like they're exactly... Yep, that makes sense. Okay, you'll find it, right? I don't need to, like, help you. Stay tuned for more. Or one on the other block. Maybe a heavy core. Heavy core always is the answer. When in doubt, heavy core. You'll find it. Again, do chapter 2. If you want to do both, T-Jock, you can, but I prefer chapter 2 now so I can record the map tour for it. Because I feel like that's more important. This we'll get on MHH eventually, yeah. Not anytime soon because, well, I don't really see the need to update the map every month or so. Like, maybe once a year. But I think my plan right now is not even that often. It's just whenever this, or it might be more often technically, but it's really whenever chapter 3 is finished plus the other... Maybe Frankie, but I don't know. Probably not Frankie. I don't see Frankie getting finished within, like, the year at the rate I'm going right now. How would that be like, hi guys, I'm Matthew, and here's my whole credit card information. Yeah, and then I blame you, man, for that. Hey guys, here's my home address. I love not being able to see. It just like... When I have eyeballs, I don't feel... Wait, I can use the lamps to help. So it's lamp on the floor, I think? Lamp on the floor and then the door. The lamp on the floor is off, so it would be... How do I even make that, actually? I feel like an end stone brick wall. No, it needs to be not taller than a block. Armor stand in the floor with an upside down birch slab. Why not, honestly? Do I want it there or up against the pillar? I guess it'd be one block technically more. Whoa! I slipped. That like my fingers slipped. And I hit the edge of my mouse and just went zooming. Alrighty. Let's see. Are you facing the right way? Not particularly, no. Okay, why were you being like that? 09 is not quite what I meant. 90 is what I truly meant. Okay. Cool. And then I need to do slash set block. This might make you like turn into a shadow. Okay, that's not right. So it would be pillar axis. I'm assuming that it's Z because I think X is the one that is automatically. Incorrect, I guess. There we go. And then I'll do... What happened already? I looked away. I'm locked in. Hopefully I want to have a good day or night. I am for the most part. Sure. Or I could even just like give him a head. Wouldn't that also work? I feel I don't think that's possible with commands in Bedrock actually. Who Gonka? Sure, honestly, that's fine. I'm not paying attention, guys. I'm like... I'm just here, you know? Forest speech from a server for a game I used to play? Are you still in said server? Hey, Gamga said a no word. Time him out too. I'm just kidding. Don't time out Gamga. He doesn't deserve all that. Well, he might deserve all that. Okay, is that what I want? I think so. And then the lamp would be on this pillar. Wait, they alternate. What? Wait, so is the first one not a lamp? It might not be. Wait, no, none of the doors are the same. It's, well, the first two might, or two of them might be. You just get out of here, man. I don't need you. It's like one of these things again. It looks like. I can't see it. So I don't really know. And then it's the lamp, which I might just, like, do one of these for. Is it like a bell? Hello, Piotr. Hello, Peter. Oh, I got Piotr and Peter. I'm sure my brain's gonna have a fun time with that one. Started a new version of Remaster FNAF 1 because the old corrupted. Cringe! Added maintenance is what connects to backstage, safe room entrance, kitchen, freezer, garage. No, I didn't say anything, man. What? Nothing is getting beaten. You know what? That's lampy enough. Repo statue? I've thought about making the duck. Like, specifically the duck. Not that I wouldn't do anything else, but just the duck was kind of what I was thinking about the other day. Like, I could totally make a statue of that in Minecraft. And I honestly might. I can find a better armor stand into the ground with a birch slab than you. Exactly, exactly. Make the duck? I want to make the duck, yes. And then it's the first one again, and then it's the second one again minus the lamp on the floor for some reason. I don't get that. And then it teleports me, which I'm not going to actually make it teleport me. I'm just going to screw around and figure it out, I guess. So again, nothing there. The circus. No, I am not making that, D-Jock. You cannot make me. Especially with the droid guy and giving him the height variance. That's actually a genius idea. Hello, Mr. Ring-a-Ding. I feel like there's something I wanted to mention. 20 bucks? You've got yourself a deal. Oh, the radiator designs. Oh, what will I do? Have I made a radiator in this map? I probably am just gonna do one of these. Like, there's that, there's signs, which I don't think I've ever used for a radiator, and then there's also walls as an option, but that's probably a little bit too large. I'm not gay. I don't do gay stuff. $20 whole. Hey, $20 is $20. Face reveal? It wouldn't be a reveal if I've already revealed it. Yeah, that makes sense. Hello, Milan. I'm gonna drink this apple juice in about 15 minutes. And it's 17 minutes into the stream, so that's technically already a lie. But, whatever. When I've shorted a bunch, honestly, there's not like one particular moment like, here's the reveal, because I never truly did a reveal. I kind of just showed it. You know, I don't really care. There's one particular live stream. It was a Halloween animatronic setup thing. It was in October of obviously last year, not this year. And I showed it in that for sure. And there's other videos and stuff, but that's really probably the main thing, if you really care. Hope she gets better, Milan. Hello, Sounds. Hello, Echo. I'm gonna make the loop in the entrance area of Nightmare Huggy. What do you mean the loop? Are you just talking about like the whole area? Oh, never mind. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. I'll get there when I get there, I guess. I'm not really sure yet. I plan on just I plan on just saying words, you know, and they'll come out of my mouth eventually. I plan on either doing something with structure blocks or just kind of finagling it so it actually does what it's supposed to better. Or like so it just works. But I think having some sort of structure block thing where it continues to structure block as you walk through, and then would your structure block back once you're, you know, through, so you don't have a giant hole or whatever. But we'll see. $100 to do a backflip. I'd probably break my neck, honestly. Make it 50. It was this year. We're just 4 months behind. Oh yeah, sorry. I forgot I'm a time traveler, actually. Okay, opposite wall. Let's go. Do I want to do lamps first? No, I want to do lamps second. I guess I can make the doors lined up and make like the wall and stuff. Okay, it's 2 and then door and then 2 and then... What did I put under the doors? Oh, just dark oak. Okay. I thought I had some, like, secret weapon or something. Secret sauce. I feel like this will make my life easier to do this now. In MC, then. How does one... How, I guess, is just the only question I can ask here. Okay, nice. That was a little confusing for my brain. Nah, I'm good. Thanks for the offer, though, man. Secret tunnel? Not quite. Nothing secretive here. Oh yeah, I forgot I already placed doors there, and then they're just gone since I removed the planks. What's a no-no word? So I can either laugh at you for thinking it's a no-no word, or pretend like I didn't read anything at all. Roller coaster, wee. It's my input. Okay, so first one has a like desk at the back, and I don't see anything on the front end, but I'm gonna confirm. Oh my god. I'm gonna see if something shows up later. No, it's just the back, or like behind. Wait, is it behind or in front? It seems like it changed. Like midway through. Okay, it's in front, then it's behind. Okay, in front, behind. And then there's not even a last one. There's like one of these things again, though. Hello, cool gamer. Damn is an I guess you could classify it as one, but I don't know. It's kind of just a word. I don't consider it a no-no word, at least. Okay, so nothing on the first desk, and then it's where the lamps begin. Which is, for some reason, not in line with the pillar on that one. That's very odd. So it's lamp, there's a picture on this one, which I'm gonna make with a candle, I think, because a candle is kind of thin. And then there's this one should be on the pillar, I think. And then there's nothing on the next one, and the lamp is also, like, on the door. That's kind of odd. I'd actually push you forward and then have it so it's next to the door, because I don't really want it blocking the door. That doesn't make sense in my brain. And that's the end of those things. I almost called them ramps. They're lamps, though. Thanks, Slab. Coming in clutch for me. I feel like this is a lot about, the kind of language you were succumbed to as a kid, Huggy. Or as a newborn, perhaps. What tutorial is today? Wouldn't you like to know? I'll give you a hint. You should be able to inference it, at least. I won't tell you what it is, because, again, that kind of defeats the whole purpose, but, yeah, you should be able to inference. Most of the time, like, I think Sunday will be the one day that you won't be able to, like, immediately know. But after that, you should know the rest of the days. Pretty much. I guess not every time. Sometimes Thursday is weird. I think I'm gonna stream Repo on Twitch again tonight, by the way, because I do really want to continue that absolute banger solo run I'm on right now. So wait, that's a chair. That's not a bench. This thing is a chair. Granite Band 0, so close. It's not PP. Again, like, know the schedule, guys. Know the schedule. It's a little different because Saturdays are Playco now, but Sunday and Thursday are city builds. That should hopefully give you every bit of information you need. Do I want to change it? I feel like it would make sense to maybe change it. Oh wait, I need this to be stroke dark oak. Forgot about that. Hello, cameraman. I probably will, to be honest, Chris. Now that we've all mentioned it. Like, I do feel like it's not a matter of will I, it's a matter of how long will it take exactly. Like, what's the official number of seconds? It's 2, right? That's correct? Yeah, that's correct. Cool. Just wanted to make sure I got the pattern down. So one thing about not building these, like, consecutive days is that I sometimes just lose the pattern. Oh, yeah, right. It lines up with that. I should have known that one, actually. Forgot I actually made something convenient for myself for once. Except for there, that's not particularly convenient either way. Oh, it was convenient there, but it's not convenient here. Chapter 3. This is in fact what I'm building, correct. Chapter 3. Hello, Roxana. For those of you who are keen at observations, you will have noticed Neighbor Case is partially out for members right now. If you want it early, buy the membership, but I don't have the date for you, nor will I have the date for a while. You'll know when I know, but I've been working towards... That's, I think, the main thing right now. I'm working towards figuring out when it's getting released. Because I pretty much know the other stuff right now. AKA Granny. Which I also won't say yet, because I don't want to say it too far out. Because then it's going to be like, oh, I gotta wait 4 years? Like, if you don't know, then you don't know. But members don't have Granny right now. Again, I apologize, members. You'll get it soon. But... What are something? You are a member now. That is true, Augie. I forgot about that. But yeah. Hopefully they are enjoyable. It's, what is it, 5 parts in, I think, now? It's certainly a lot longer than I thought it was going to be, I'll say that much. Which is kind of not ideal, but... You know. Win some, you lose some. Thank you, Roxana. I didn't notice anything. On the inside or outside, man? But I didn't notice anything when I was over there. Or when I've been over here, but I guess I haven't been a ton. That is good to hear, Huggy. Glad you're liking him. I feel kind of bad because I was working on Secret Neighbor forever ago, and it just like... Oh yeah, no, this is broken. Yeah, that's singular block. I'll check inside too, just because. Looks fine though. Yeah, it looks fine. But what was I saying? I forget. I just like didn't know when I wanted to do Neighbor Case, but it's finally getting done a little bit. It's a really nice looking house. Maybe one of my favorite like Hello Neighbor builds I've made. No. So the blades are angled on the actual thing itself, I think. It looks like they are, at least. Hold on. So that is, but the fan itself isn't, no. If you know fan blades are like that sometimes, right? How they're not flat perfectly. They're like a, I don't know, maybe like a 20-degree angle. It's really not that much. That's crazy, man. I had to make sure because I broke the fan one time. I don't know if I fixed it. You didn't, apparently. Hello, Bioxy? Am I correct on that? Anyway. That lamp isn't actually on. I'm being gaslit by myself, I think. I don't know. This will be planks just so it's easier for me. And then I'll do one of these. And then what do I even do? I guess I copy this side once I get a little bit of the hallway down. That's inconvenient regardless, though. Because I need technically both sides to be done to structure block it, but I can't do that without having the previous one finished anyway, so it seems like it's just going to be, or the next one finished. And then I would need to structure block that one, but again, it's just going to be an infinite line. Hello, Greg. Hello, Vid Awesome. You know, I can do member shoutouts since I've been talking about it. Thank you, too. Rachel Thurman, who has been a member for 20 months, by the way. That's absurd. Not Dreamy, Retro Metro, Tiffany, Max, Scribbled On, RN Gaming, Chris, Nate, Rose Russell, Vid Awesome. Hey, that's you. Reflex Out, OMS, Michael, Game Bros, Jamie Tron, Laser Wolf, who was here, Mahar, who was also here. Will, Bitter Giggle and Friends, Gaming Pro, Edward, Learning with Nico, Zane, Caitlin, and Huggy Wuggy Gaming, who is also here. I think that's everyone. Well, it is everyone, according to my thing. If that's wrong, it's not my fault. But you can still blame me, I guess. Hello, Deadcool. Hello, Jose. Give me a sec, guys. God, I gotta go through the promotional stuff. Anyway. I hope I don't go right again. I didn't think about that. Because I think I just kept going right in the video, but I might have thought about that and been like, I should not maybe do that. Because if I go right again, you know, it's gonna kind of be a problem. But I can always do... I could do a teleporter. Like, I can kind of pick and choose which way you have to go. The original thing was I was gonna barrier off, like, this side where you wouldn't go this way, but I might just do it if you walk this way, it'll teleport you to the opposite side, or, you know, vice versa, because whatever. Why did I start the Civil War? My bad, guys. My bad. So I'll sleep at 11 a.m. just watching videos. Hell yeah. Do the Discord thing. What's... Oh, you mean the advertisement? If it'll send. YouTube seems to favor T-Jock, so... 50-50, it works. Wait, what did I do over here? Oh, I inverted it. That's what I did. Splendid. Wait, did I invert it? Am I stupid? Yes, I'm very dumb. Oh, but it's only 4. Okay, that's where my problem is, I think. But I kind of want to, like, push it out another block so it's here. I know that's technically not practical. That's definitely not practical. I might just squish it. Because it's better is 4 for 4 the ceiling pattern to work in my favor. Just own YouTube out there, yeah. Make the algorithm favor me more, please. Pretty please. Hey, checkerboard patterns. I'm starting to hate any pattern that takes more than 3 seconds of effort to place. $11.52. Never mind. 16:08. I hope that I go this way. If not, I'll just... I don't know. Figure something out. What was it? Pillar axis is X. I should have actually known that, yeah. Never mind. Boink. Nice. Why did the, like, all of the lights just dim? What was that? That's not very kind. Okay, anyway, there's a bench to the opposite side here, which I'll make like that. And then we can go back to doors. Doors galore. I'll bring the dark oak, like, all the way along first. I actually am doing tags. Not on streams, but I'm doing them on tutorials now. I don't know if it's better or not, to be honest, but, you know, it's something. Hello, Diet. Imagine being... the digitiper. What? Squid Game in Minecraft sounds like a fun time. I Where is he getting that I hate him from? I never said I hated anyone. Nor was it really implied at all. Bench door. How many times? 4? 1, 2, 3. I think 4, yeah, but it doesn't seem like the first bench is there for some reason, so. Right? That's the pattern? Yeah, okay. 1, 2, 3 would be there. And then 4 would be there. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, the ones are throwing me off. I can't, like, see between them for some reason. My eyes don't work like that. Medical update on HH. I, like, seeing as how it just got released practically, not anytime soon. The bare minimum I want is for Chapter 3 to be done. For me to update it. Like, mention him or not, it doesn't matter at the end of the day, man. But frankly, I'm surprised that it's still getting mentioned more than anything. Not to say it, you know, I'm not going to say good or bad or whatever, but I'm just kind of surprised that it's still being mentioned. Okay. It's a story I don't feel like getting into, but it didn't even involve me, so. At least not really. But it happened, so. I guess I'll go top height now. Oh no, guys, he has power. Okay. Yeah, I might end up structure blocking this to the other side. And having the teleport there, because I went right and got teleported. So. But I guess we'll have to see if I go right again and get teleported again or not. Because if I don't, then I'm going that way, which is kind of preferred. I'm just going to presume that if I get teleported that I was going the way the game didn't want me to go. I suppose that's fair to assume. Hello, Horrorthon. Yeah, it ain't important. That's all you need to know, I guess. It's not your concern, and it shouldn't be his, frankly, either at this point, I feel like. Horror games need to scare me more. I was thinking about that, like, earlier. I was like, I really need to play a game that just scares the socks off me. Like, I gotta feel something. Because, like, these games, they spook you a little bit for sure, but they aren't no, like, oh my god, I'm gonna die or anything, you know? Kind of just like, try again. Especially after you play them 1 or 2 times. I remember, again, it was I think it's called Baby Blues Nightmares or something. It was a game I played on Twitch that was a mascot horror game. That was, like, almost too many jump scares and also very loud jump scares. And that got me for sure. But I kind of felt unnecessary. It wasn't like... I guess it wasn't relying on scares to make you scared. It was relying on the noise of the scares to make you scared. If that makes any sense to anyone. You know, they get the membership for some reason this month. That's so cringe, but that's fine. And I wasn't gonna say anything. Normally I mention it Horadon, but I didn't mention or wasn't going to mention it this time. Creepiest moment in Poppy Playtime. The section we're currently building, I don't want to say it's not even up for debate, but I really feel like there's not another section in the game that made me tweak as much as this one did. This one had me quivering in my boots. Okay, anything going on? Benches. On the front of each door. Oopsies. I want different jump scares and the monster screaming in my face. I mean, those who made Ruin, I think, interesting is those jump scares were definitely different. Like, it was actually, you know, Cassie fighting for her life. School scared you more. That section's annoying, but it's definitely one of those that gets the heart rate up a little bit. Not even because it's like, I think for me, it's not because it's scary, but it's because it's like, I don't know. Just like the weeping angels do that to me. Endo's in security breach. Ever finish Frankie? Eventually, I hope I do. First meet Dog Day? That's up there, I think. But this section, I don't know. This section is just different, you know? It's hard to compare. Okay, so there's a bookshelf on the back, or the middle two doors. Why? I mean, there might be one in the front, but I don't see it, so I'm not assuming, I'm assuming that it's not there. And it's definitely not on the back one for sure. Beets like beetroots? What are beets? Are they fruits, vegetables, something in between? Surprised when all that scared when Dog Day showed up. It's a bit of a wide range, I think. Okay, and then there's a... Is it on all four? Maybe? Yes, no, maybe so? I think it is. I can't see this one like at all. Because it's just not in my field of view. I might actually add the bookshelf to this one. Just because, again, I can't see it, so I technically can't rule out that it's there, but I'm assuming that I was assuming that it wasn't, because it didn't look like I could see it. Or it looked like I would have seen it, but I didn't. To explain it in an explanationing way. Mr. Light, you mean? I feel like that section's longer than that, no? Like, it's a pretty long section. You can definitely cheese it in a couple spots, but... Hello, Noah. What about in Chapter 4 when all the doctors are chasing at you? It's overwhelming, but I don't really think it's scary. Center 2 doors? Or is it in front of this? It's in front of the center 2, I think. Or is it... It's on either side of this door that I'm looking at right here. The beginning part is kind of dark. Alright, nice. And then again, I'll see if I can teleport it again. I sincerely hope I don't, because 2 lefts is the same as anything else. So, and then it's the 4, I think? It's whatever the first one was. It's the... No, wait, it was this one, actually, which is 4, yeah. I thought the first one was the shorter one, and then I gained consciousness. And remember, that's not true. YouTuber cities in your world? Yo, nice. Thank you, Nike USA. I did that once too. I did that a couple times. I remember one like bad experience with that. Doing that. gas station. It's always a nice one to have. Okay, so there's another one of these on this side. Hello? There we go. What are we? 45 minutes ain't not bad. Alright, do I get teleported again? No, I don't. So it wants you to go left and then right. That's the way the game forced me to go. So I can structure block this portion onto this side. And then the whole T shape onto that side. And then have... I'll set up the teleporters now as we go, just so I can kind of understand what's going on here. It's a little bit confusing, but... wait, no, I can still do this, actually. It'll just end with slabs, but it still works that way because of the cutoff. I also need to do the yellow concrete powder in a sec. Well, not in a sec, but at some point. Nike, Adidas. Sometimes I forget those are like exist as companies in general, let alone the stores. Pizza Hut, I love Pizza Hut. What do you mean about publishing Playcare exactly? Okay, this is fine, I guess. The only thing is well, I guess this side it doesn't matter. I just black off the ends of these, but okay, yeah, no, that makes more sense. Yeah, that okay, I can deal with that. What's next? Since I just released it and it's on my mind anyway, library. It's a fun one, or like yeah, library would make sense. What is weird about it to me, Catnap, is I never banned him or did anything. I timed him out because I said I would if he kept, or if the argument kept going, and it did keep going, so I timed him out. But I never, like, banned him or did anything other than, you know, enforce what I guess, back up what I said, so, I don't know. Where do I place it? Depends on the, like, layout of your city. Alright, negative 1039 to negative 917. Sorry, what was that? Ignore it? I didn't hear you over the sound of me being not ignoring it. Yeah, it's not exactly fun, Chris. I'll show this later. Probably. Where am I? Alright, Troubleshooting is that way. Yep. I am on Bedrock, correct. Chase? I'll show it later. I'll show it later. Not for a while. Chapter 3 will... I'll probably want Chapter 3 done before I... update the map. What was I doing? Concrete powder? I don't know, filling this in. And I decided to not ignore it. It's called freedom of choice, T-Jack. If he wants to, he can join my server, Catnap. That's all I'm gonna say. Hey, can you, like, stop filling blocks there, please? It's kind of, cluttering up my chat, I'm not gonna lie. Is that everything? I think so. I can actually trim this part off, because I won't need it. Dream City? I do have Let's Build a City. It's kind of been dead as a doornail. I'm debating restarting. Like, not... Not entirely, but redoing some extent of it because I'm not happy with how City has turned out. I see. Still, it's very distracting. Okay, I'm gonna say that's like 36. It's not what I typed, but so close. 39? Yeah, 39 it should be. Yeah, okay. And then this will need to be 7, and then we'll get the concrete powder as well. Nice. G... That... Never mind. It's fine. Oh, wait, I don't want to go that far, because if I go that far, it's going to... Take my house. No, it's gonna... It's gonna, like, mirror the middle section, which I don't want. Or, I guess, rotate it. And it'll screw with everything, and then I'm gonna have to... It's gonna blow up. Boom. Just like that. Okay, now it should be good to go. G, and so what is it, before by a block? Yeah, so we need to be there. And then I think it's just a 180 rotation. I don't really see it being anything different. And then I'll have to structure block the whole T again, which, actually, I'll leave you here for a sec. As I fly in and make sure this is good. No Squid Game. I thought you take the easy way out and structure block the whole instead of building them manually. My dad! God, some people. Yeah, this works. And the black doesn't really matter because you technically won't be able to see that anyway. Since if you hit like this point, you'll get teleported, so. Yeah. Okay, what is the plan now? Structure block that entire side, which actually might not fit in a structure block. I just realized. I don't know what to do about that. Right, that's gonna be longer than 64. Yeah, it's gonna be. God. Wait, oh, is it gonna be more than, like, on both sides? Please tell me. Okay, no, we're good on the one side. So, I'm gonna have to hope and pray. Really, those are my options here. Well, I actually don't need the black, so it'll give me one more block of space. Not that that's, again, particularly helpful, but, you know. 44... 38? And then... God, I don't know if I wanted to take the black concrete. It's not a huge deal, but I might have to fix it if it does, because it's gonna... When I rotate it, it's gonna, like, throw it over here somewhere, basically. But I kind of want to have that extra block, so... Oh well. Where is it there? Yes. And oh wait, no, that won't work, will it? Oh god, wait. Well, first of all, let me just load it. Let me just load it and see. What? Oh yeah, no, never mind. It should be 180. It should be 180. But regardless of if it's 180 or not, it's gonna have a fun time here because it's not gonna line up. Yeah, as you can see, since it's not even. So from this block, I need to go over an additional what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. According to my calculations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then that should be where the 180 goes. Right? That looks like it lined up. Yeah, nice. And then, yeah, again, it threw the black concrete over there, as I suspected. Hello, yellow whale. Okay, yeah, nice. This is what I wanted. I do need to check the doors and stuff, I think. Actually, because they're both 180, they shouldn't have changed. Or would these ones have changed? No. Really? I thought they would change. Maybe 180's fine. It's just 90 that isn't. Yeah, no, these all seem fine. That's... I don't know why that's, like, I'm skeptical of that. I'm skeptical of the truth in that, but, you know, whatever. And then I guess this thing should probably get exiled. Nice. And then where's that structure block? Where are you hiding? How far off the end am I? I have 4 doors, 3, 4, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks. So I just am missing. Wait, I'm missing nothing, right? No, it's this side. Never mind. But I still have 4. No, I have 5. What? Huh? Recalculating. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What? Excuse me? That's not right. I think it just was residue from me screwing another part up. That just happens to be there. Just weird, but whatever. How many megabytes is this world? I don't know, but it's a good amount, I would imagine. This part of the map alone is a lot, I would think. I don't know. Hello, Master Chief. Okay. Now I need to fix up the one side, which would be over here, and then... Not quite what I was trying to do, but I mean, I guess that works. Green... It's always pizza? What about pizza? Oh, I didn't see that. Of course he wants pizza. Haha! I replaced the wrong block there, though. It's so over for me. Okay, wait, let me do this, and then these need to be upward. And then we can do the teleporter, which, okay, so... I want to try something different here. Because if I'm thinking if I use a chain command block here, that it'll... work differently. Maybe not, actually. Maybe this is not how these work. Conditional, perhaps? Okay, no, it's just, I don't even think that makes sense. Okay, I was gonna see if I could use a chain command block to, instead of having it teleport you... Basically, change your rotation by 180 degrees. So if you're, you know, facing that way, looking that way, instead of just automatically teleporting to face, like, exactly this way, they would face, like, a little bit off, you know? Ooh, that's odd. I might remove that, actually. That should be on both sides. I'm only using it for the... Actually, I guess the walls. Never mind, you're so right. It's a little annoying, but it is what it is. Live with it, you know? Okay. And then I guess I'll remove you as well, just because then that'll keep it symmetrical. But I don't know, I'm not qualified for this. Okay, so the repeating command block will need to be right here, maybe? Have a radius of like 5. That's the immediate number I'm thinking. Best for at PR equals 5. That is not an equal sign. I was just one little key off. Just that one key ruined my life. Anyway, where's comparator? There's comparator. Thank you, Horathon. I'll show off in a moment. I'll show off gas production, since that's kind of the big deal right now. Okay, right here. So what is this? It'd be 57.0. So I'll just copy this, and then when I remove the zeros or whatever, I need to make sure that the 57 is 0.0. Command blocks are weird. I don't get it. Actually, I do get it, but that's besides the point. It's gonna immediately teleport me, isn't it? Whenever I like a 0.0. Hi, Nathan. Sorry, I'm just skeptical of you. Hope you don't mind. Please don't do it. Okay, thanks. Oh, but I also need to make it... Okay, look, my thought is doing this, alright? But it won't work, because... Basically, what in theory that should do, but of course, I'm too stupid to know how to, is if I'm facing this way towards this wall, it'll make me face this wall. Instead. And I'll kind of show you, like, if I face diagonally, it won't actually work. Yeah, see, it'll face me that way, which is off from what I want anyway. I think it should be 270 that I want. You just... did I get it? Did I get it? No! Can I reach it? Oh my god. What do I do about this? Hold on. Okay, I got it. Oh, that's hilarious. What? What? Huh? That's not how that works. What? I'm so confused. Whatever. We're over here now. That's the point. Okay, let's show gas production, shall we? I'm gonna go through play care because it's funnier to do it that way. Okay, so I went right there, right? Oh no, I went right here. That's never mind. Okay, I just had to like jot down where it was in my brain. It's not because they are someone, Nathan. They're a person. Whee! No, show it with night vision off. Why not? It looks cool, so. I'm sure most of you have seen this room already. It's been done for a while. I think last stream of this it would have also been done. But yeah, here it is in all of its roominess. The banners back there don't even load in until you're like closer. You saw that one probably loaded in. The other ones I think will also offload, but they're harder to see because they're in the shadow. But yeah, might light it up a little bit more. I think it looks fine as is, but you know, and I also lit up the inside of these, you see. Just so they kind of glow a bit more. Thank you, Horathon. Thank you, RN. Here is this, which is the ending room again. Now I could technically, in theory, start chapter 4, but no, you're not making me. But yeah. I really love this circle. Or like the cap for it. It looks so good. The actual this part itself is... It looks fine, but it's not great. I don't know. I love the stairs and slabs. Like, when you have a slab decline in a situation like this, you can make some really good circles using stairs. Like, you see stairs, these are all, like, stairs around the edges. Not all, but, you know, and same on the outside. It looks so much better. And then the other room, which is, it's probably the best look. Well, actually, I'll show this one first, but it's probably the best looking room, but it was really annoying to make overall. A little fade out and fade in. Yes, sir. Yeah, I wanted to do that because I needed the teleporter anyway, so I was like, I might as well. Here's this room. I just finished this one, really, I guess this morning, because I did this area over here, which you see is very dimly lit. It goes on, like, further than you can actually see, so I just added some glass for a fog effect, but, yeah. Now redo it all over again. I'm going to upload a tutorial on this particular segment just for you, Kiko, so you can redo it. How's that sound? And then, yeah, I have this room, and after this room, again, it's Catnap boss fight, and then that'll be the time-lapsing done. I keep getting, I feel like, more and more footage. This might or might not be more than play care. I don't think it is, but it could be. That's fair enough. Oh my god. We'll go check on T-Jog later. Not yet, though. T-Jog does not want visitors. Do a poll. I was thinking about that earlier, actually. I was like, do I have anything? Have I done one on best chapter yet of Poppy Playtime? Anyone remember? T-Jock's the other fella in my world who is currently beating the frick out of my bendy map. He's not actually doing anything productive. He's just like punching it over and over again. No, but yeah, T-Jock's a person, in fact, who is light blocking. I'll do a poll on best chapter, even though I maybe have done one. Start a poll. Best Poppy Playtime chapter. Not enough light blocks? Yeah, exactly. I should put chapter 5 as an option just for fun. Actually, no, I know what I'll put as the 5th option. If I can add a 5th, can I? Oh, I can't. That's cringe. Build the entirety of the state of Florida for a tutorial. Just a light project. Can't vote, sadly. Hate all of them. You know what? They hate you too, RN, so it's okay. It's fair. Well then, close your eyes and pick an option. How's that one sound? I feel like everyone in my chat lives in Florida. Just an observation. I guess it is one of the larger states in the US, so. Including RN, actually. He totally lives in Florida. He's definitely from the US, 100%. Oh, I don't need all your guys' like home addresses now. We don't need to be saying all that, you know? I don't live in Florida though. 14 Conch Street, Bikini Bottom. Is that an actual address in the show? That's the joke? Oh, okay. I'm gonna move to Florida just to make your point irrelevant. Alrighty, so let's just check here to make sure we get our bearings properly. I passed what? Huh? Passed the area. There we go. So first, second, third, we're on the 4th of a lot more than 4, to be honest. So 1, 2, 3. Did I really pick the worst one? Okay, I did just pick the worst one. That's good. You want to know why? Because right is an immediate dead end. So why did I bring that all the way? Only I would do that, I'm pretty sure. Oh, Lord. I didn't mean to type that either. It's all going downhill. This is the Nightmare Huggy area. Yeah, it's the Nightmare section. It's the first Nightmare, which I'm really wondering why they have the first one listed as a replay encounter, but not the second one. Hello, Oreo. My day is good. How is yours? Pretty sure it's SpongeBob's house? Oh, okay. I, assumed it was, but... Blink twice if you need help. I love coming to these streams and not understanding a flying truck. Yep. I don't think trucks are supposed to fly, but... One door on either side, it looks like. Except they're kind of further over, so it'll be like door there, and then one of these, and then this is probably the edge here. I have played Hello Neighbor, but I'm not huge on the game overall, despite the mass amount of tutorials I have on it. Used to like it more than I do now, but now it's just okay. Getting ahead of myself with the doors here. Red Bull gives you wings. Whee! I'm making tutorials from when he's voicing over. These rumors gotta stop, man. They gotta stop. Yeah, you're actually building right now. I'm just talking. I'm not actually doing anything productive. That was odd. Definitely wasn't beat into submission, she says. Oh, that one's a little wild. Hello, the doctor. That's great. Finally finished Act 3. Nice. And hello, Ink. Yeah, I got you on the electric chair as we speak. For legal reasons, this is a joke. I'm not doing that to RN, I swear. I would never. Chapter 2 losing over 4? That's actually a fair question. I think I do. I think I do like 4 more than 2, though. I don't know. I like them both. Like, neither of them are bad. 4 has more problems, but just like the gameplay of 2 is not as interesting, I feel like. I don't know. You act as if I make that much of a video, RN. I only wish. I think Chapter 3 is the best. I think I agree with the vast majority of you right now. Deleted all your Game Station and Chapter 1 clips as you're finished with them all. There's a Dark Revival one. Nice. I like need to sort through it again. I probably have a bunch that are uploaded to YouTube that I don't need. Yeah, but you still got to spectate Chapter 3 to be... Ah, sorry, that just scared me. Did you like... Okay, no, you just said boo for no reason. But, let's do snow layers. Doctor does get to spectate throughout the whole game, so, I mean, you know. He's got that going for him. You have to play the new Mario Kart World game today? Or got to. I can't read. Sounds like a fun time. A little aggressive, but Hello, David. Honestly, it's just like practicing a lot. Like, eventually, I don't think you should expect to just be good at building one day randomly, you know? Like, you kind of gotta just keep building, and eventually you'll definitely be able to. And challenge yourself to try different things, whether it even be texturing or whatever. Just change it up a little bit and not always go for the exact same kind of style or whatever. Because, like, I never really made, you know, games until fairly recently. I wasn't, like, I think the biggest game I had made, excluding LN2, would have been probably, like, Granny or something. But, or even, like, FNAF. No, I guess Granny would be larger than FNAF. But, yeah. Kind of gotta just find, I guess, what you end up better at. Because I feel like this definitely is something a lot of people are better at than other things. Like, it could even be building statues or something. Chapter 4 ending is best. I agree with that. 3's ending was really... I did not like 3's ending. 2's ending was kind of anticlimactic, and 1 really didn't have an official... I guess 1 was probably... I think 1 had a good ending because it was, you know... just like... It set up the game well, right? It didn't really need to, like, be anything absurd. It's not like they had to... like, redo the entire thing or something. It just kind of had to, I love words. They're so fun. Kind of set the game well. Granny is a mascot horror. I was not mentioning mascot horror, Chris. I was just mentioning games in general. I love watching action scenes. Gonna have to go with too. Fair. I haven't been working on any Hello Neighbor custom. Eventually I could, but, you know, you just kind of have to be patient because I'm working on other things. I don't think HN is either. I think the argument for HN being mascot horror is goofy. Sorry if you think that, but... I should have the heavy core on all of them, probably. Heavy core. That is not a heavy core. So close. It's funny they're next to each other, I guess, but I don't know. Dude. I forgot about that. Can I, like, fly to the ceiling and avoid it, do you think? Surely I'll avoid it over here, right? Yeah, okay. And then just, like, quick TP? Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Best mascot horror game. I have to say Poppy Playtime. I don't think anything really comes close to it for me right now. It seems like most of the others were good for a time or average for a time and then fell off. Joyville is probably, I think, the prime example. Joyville 1 wasn't great, but it was worth playing. Joyville 2 was not. Thank you, David. Making the exterior chapter 1. Nice. Sounds like a fun time. Hopefully. Remember you in 3.42 minutes. Who are you again? Because technically Granny is the mascot. I guess that's the argument people make. Again, I don't particularly agree with it, but I understand where the argument comes from. Okay, so let's see how many doors we got here. 1 that I can't even see. 2, 3, 4. Is this the exact same hallway? Hold on. Lamps on the middle 2 right. It is the same. Yeah, it's this one. Again. I might just steal you. I'm not gonna lie. I might just steal you. This side particularly. Yeah, I don't see why not. And then there's a couple things I'll have to tweak, but that's not really a concern, frankly. Finding Frankie. 3 doors. 4 doors. Man, that should be what I want exactly. G, and then if I go over here, where would I be placing it? This side, okay, like the corner here. I feel like it's a 90. I feel like it's a 90, but every time I think it, I'm wrong, so. Nope, I'm right. Oh, but I'm off a block. Let's go. I love being off by a block. It's my favorite pastime, actually. Hello, Tiffany. Playtime map on playing in Minecraft. Epic. I don't think I need that block. I don't know, though. I'll remove all this because it just bothers me to have it there. Understand how 2 is last. Is 2 really behind 1? Wow, that's impressive. I think 1 is the worst, just because it's, you know, so much shorter. Favorite alpha in Hello Neighbor? 1. Oh, the floor! I should really be checking that. Right side? Yeah. Well, no, I guess it wouldn't be changing if it's 180, but here it is, as you can tell, so I do need to fix that. What is it? X? Yeah, X. It's X the whole time. I should just try to remember that. Unfortunately, I have the memory of a tortilla, so... Epic. We have a school, too. The YouTube algorithm is not friendly, Oreo, I'm not gonna lie. It took me God knows how many streams to get a decent following of people who show up most of every day. Why is there 3 on that side? 1, 2, 3, 4. Why are there 3? That one is not supposed to be on that side, right? Okay, no, it's first 2 and then last 2. Kind of. It's, like, not exactly. It's, like, there and here, and then it would be... like that, yeah. So that's pretty much the same. I'm actually... I'm gonna remove that one and then do, like, this. I think that makes more sense. Just so it's closer to the front. And then I think everything else stays the same, right? Again, except for those item frames I already added. These shelves are gone. The benches are there, and I think those are also there. It's hard to see those, but I think I see one there, which would presume that they're still there entirely. But yeah, these are gone. Chapters 3 and 4 in the 1 to 2 style. Yeah, they definitely, feels like 3 and 4 are a lot less colorful. I say as I'm building green walls, but like, I don't know, the 1 and 2 style felt, I don't want to say like unique, but I don't know, it just kind of fit the game well. Thank you for the sub, the doctor. Hello, do you want me to call you Gianpi or Crafty Day or some other in between that I hadn't considered yet? Original never gets revived. I would love to see a remake of it. Like, it deserves one, I feel like. It got... I feel like the way it was managed was almost unfair towards it. I'm not gonna lie. Alrighty. Why are you in my inventory, Mr. Mangrove? I don't need you. Thanks, though. Alright, you ready to mess up, guys? You need to be 8. Colorful vibes is less of a worry for an employee. I mean, yeah. I definitely think that is true. One to 2 is more rainbowy. But I mean, even then, like 3... I guess they're more colorful, but like these areas, but I don't know. It still feels more like dark in a way. Definitely not because of the Hour of Joy implications or anything. Surely it wouldn't be that. 47. Yes, I actually nailed it. Like, on the dot. And then I gotta go to the other side and figure out the math. Actually, that's not that hard because it's just where... this side ended, which I went too far, of course. 1668. Okay. That's 8. Alright, this one's 8? Yeah, that one's 8. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then I gotta do G and a 90 rotation. Or 180 rotation, I mean. Hopefully... No, actually it wouldn't be that, because it would end up being... What is the difference in these hallways? Let me ask that first. 78 to 68, so that's 11. 83 to 14, that is 18 plus 14, which is 32. So a 21 difference, which means I think that needs to be that way another 21 blocks, no? Yeah, nope, not even close. Yeah, that is right. Yeah, no, that wasn't even close to hitting the other wall. No shot. That would never have collided in a million years. If I had to rebuild this area 12 more times, those would never collide. They're so far apart. But in all seriousness, wow. That's all. Wow. Epic, Tiffany. Let's go. More colorful in the labs for 5? No, I think 5 is gonna be probably the most grim and dark. What? Right. Yeah, okay. That's good. That's really good. I mean, you don't have to come over, or you don't get to come over here anyway, so it's fine, but wow. Yeah, no, that's something. I guess 5. I don't remember though. Epic dead cool. Yes, I'm very proud. Alrighty, now I gotta figure out the coordinate on the other side here that it will teleport you to. Hey, T-Jock. I've got another question for you. Right there? Sure. If you're not still getting your pizza, although I know that was like 5 years ago. Oh no, I guess you were back. Okay, yeah, you are back. Do you think it's possible to do a... Please don't. Please do, actually. Thanks. Do you think it's possible to do a... like, flicker effect with a teleport command? Or, like, with a camera command, I mean? What do I want to try? 90 first? 0, right? 0? 0 sounds right. Yeah, okay. So if I try to go this way, I'm gonna get teleported. Yeah, okay. Cool, and then we go this way. And then we shouldn't hit anything else in theory, because we're far enough out, I think. Pay attention to the leaks. The theme is this year. Is it Subway? I think it's Subway. It's called Madison Square Garden or Park? I don't remember. I think it's Park. Madison Square Park, but I think it's a Subway theme. Would you like me to call you John P. or Crafty? Hello, Chicken Nugget. 1 hour ago. You're a little bit late. Hour and a half, technically. I guess the good thing about this, like here, we'll actually go back to the start, and it'll force us on the correct path. Wow. Yeah, no, I don't think we're close. Let me see how far into the video clip we are, if it's still loaded properly. We're a minute in out of 317. Wow. Let me trim this down to that point. Which I think is is it this one or the next one? Oh, it's this one. Wait, is it this one or is it the one before this one? I got carried away. Okay, is it that one or is it the one before this one? Okay, no, it's that one. Crafty is alright, alrighty. Have fun, Kidnap. No, I won't teleport to Jock. I was going to, but I'll go through the lobby. Because I want to show the other thing. Take a break from lighting and see what I can cook up. Specific color needed. Just black. Black is the lack of a color, I guess. But yeah, I'll... Because if you could do, like, if you could do decimals for the seconds, like, if you could do 0.1 second or 1 tick even, it would work, I think. But I don't know. No, I guess you could, couldn't you? No, I guess because camera doesn't seem to trigger that way. But I was going to say if it triggered... No, because camera is just like a one input. It's not like test 4 where it has to keep inputting. I'll have night vision off for the sections T-Dog has been light blocking. I presume he started here, but I don't know. Is this room light blocked? Time to find out. Yeah, no, this room's light blocked. Good to know. But yeah, this is Piss Game, or Bendy and the Ink Machine, chapter numero 2. Seems like he's... Yeah, he's got it, I think. Overall lighting is fine, I think. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of lights in this chapter. I lightproofed everything earlier. That was annoying. Because I was anticipating... Oh, wait, did I lightproof this? I didn't. It's fine. No one will notice. But I... Because I, like, wasn't anticipating it, so even, like, all of these didn't have it, which was really annoying. Put night vision back on. Since I don't think it's bright enough to show now. I'll do it in the tour as is, but... Since I'm actually showing the details specifically, I'll just show without night vision. Part of the Haunted community. I just really don't like the community for reasons I probably know. I was in it, so I can presume, yes. Specific amount of flicks. 2 flicks? Yeah, 2. I think. I can check again in a sec, but I think it's 2. Well, I mean, if you get 2, I guess I can figure out a third one. Like it's that hard. How do I connect the chase? You'll see. I'm probably gonna change it a little bit. Well, not really. I'm gonna change one part of it, but I'm not gonna actually change it itself, so... Yeah, because it's kind of just like the average thing. What you would expect me to do, I guess. Here's the sewers, which was all done on the stream, by the way. And yeah. Chapter 1, Part 1 of Badham's tutorial, by the way, has officially hit 1,000 views, which does mean this will be getting a tutorial, eventually. Not now, but eventually it will be. Because I need to do SB Atrium first, because I feel bad for everybody who's been waiting for that. It's not dead, I swear, I'm just not there yet. I can't get friend requests. Ink fans on walls? No, that's not what I'm talking about. I don't think. No, that's not what I'm talking about, yeah. Boop. But yeah, I thought about actually doing it to where, like, it would, again, structure block it all to make the ink veins or something, or, like, place them. But I don't know how I would do that exactly. Here's this room. The Inkening. Gun battery better left in late 2022. Same, I think. Like, into 23, maybe. I was in it for a while, like, kind of talking to people, but I wasn't really, like... crazily acquainted with anybody, but I eventually just like, I guess last year would have been like the final people that were truly haunters that I stopped talking to, except for animatronic guy. I do still talk to him, but like out of, I guess the actual like people that I can't go up to their door and knock, you know, I don't really talk to anybody. And yeah, that's the end of chapter 2. This, well, I'll have to actually go into the game and see when you triggered the Boris, because I think it is just immediately chapter 3. Yeah, we don't mention that. How about you do it for me, Chris? How's that sound? Repay the favor. That's actually a stupid, funny idea. I'm teleporting to T-Jock for fun. My command block! No, please allow me. It doesn't seem like it flickers fast enough. Yeah, that's weird. Gotta play Badum cringe. You should, if not play it, watch a video on it. My bad, didn't mean to steal your effect there. She was like animatronic because I want to focus on different topics. So when I realized I could just things, I mean, yeah. I still post the videos here because, you know, I still like the animatronics and the props in general, but I'm not as crazy into it. And I do work at Spirit, obviously, because it's a fun little place, but this will be, assuming nothing goes horrendously wrong this year, it'll be my 4th year at Spirit, which is kind of crazy when you put that into perspective. Like, right? 4th? Yeah, 4th. Not after Poppy character funny? True. Break both of them and say my fingies swift. Oopsies, guys. Sorry. Since 22. Yeah, I guess I would be right, huh? Yeah, 22. I, like, don't remember my first year very well. I remember my last one the most. I remember a little bit from 23. But 24 I remember, like, entirely. Hello, Dungeon Master. Done a video on the lobby? What are you exactly referencing with that? Like, tutorial on it, or just, like, showing it? Before I say anything stupid, I guess. No, never mind, that's already upward facing, so I did not need to do all that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where the hell did you do the flagship tutorial so fast last year? It opened. Was posted. So I used. Who was it? Was it Halloween Haunter? I think his name was. I'm not, as you can tell, I'm really not up in the loop with it. But it was somebody who posted, it might have been him or it might not have been him. Somebody who posted a, like, walkthrough of Flagship when it was empty, and I just used that to make the themes, and I just, like, speedran it. I wanted to get it done, man. I wanted to. And I did. In record time, technically. I'm hoping, if I can, like... I'm hoping I end up this year being able to be there when the themes get set up in my store, so I can, like, upload that the day Flagship opens, or the day any store opens, really. Because, like, yeah, I feel like that'd be funny. But obviously that's all just it'd be cool if I could do this rather than an actual, yeah, I'm gonna do this. That's me. They just, like, blew up the build or something. I want to try something. How about 4? I didn't try 4, did I? 4 works. And then what if I make you 8 and then you 12? That might not work the way that I'm thinking, but my thought is add an additional... What? Guys, that's not how that works. Whatever. Okay, no, that didn't work. Yeah, maybe. Try that one, T-Jar. Try that and tell me what you think. Was Geno Haunter? Oh yeah, I knew he worked. I knew whoever it was worked there, but just showing it. I showed it in the trailer. I don't think I showed the full thing, but no, I haven't. Green Donkey probably look like moss. It does a little bit, yeah. I'll leave it here for now because I'm not sure entirely. Show Granny, but then I have to leave the world. I ain't doing all that. This is for the transition whenever you end up getting teleported in the nightmare section. Trying to see if I can make it to where you, like, the lights actually flicker, or at least your screen flickers. I'm weird with people joining this world because we had an incident recently, and it screwed some things up, so... Yeah. But yeah, it's... I don't want to say that the Haunter community is bad, because I don't really think it is, but, you know, there's definitely some experiences I think a lot of people have. I have this video clip. Do I? I don't think I have it on YouTube anymore, though. Hold on, let me check. I might still have it. But I feel like I usually just immediately delete them, and I think this would have been one that I did. Yeah, I don't have it. I have gas production zone still, but I don't have that one. Why? Why did I keep gas production zone? Whatever, that's not even important. Hello, Apollo. Excuse me. Can you let me in, sir? Turn up on Minecraft. It'll be on at some point, not immediately nor anytime soon, but it'll be on there someday. All right, now we gotta find our way back. It's oh so far from soon real. Again, I'm playing with the idea of building them simultaneously just because I know Chris will get mad at me if I do, and I want to get Chris mad at me. Okay, here's where I am. That was a good test. That was a good test, just to fly through. T-Jug, if you want, by the way, for the flicker, look up Poppy Playtime Chapter 3 Nightmare Sequence and see if you can, like, find the video, a video where it shows it. This one doesn't have a lantern! Gaslighter. I gaslit myself, technically speaking. It has a lamp, but not a lantern. Like a lamp there, I mean. White banner? White banner with a frame. How about that? I wonder if I did one of these. Hold on. That, and then what if I also did the line through the center? Wow, that actually lines up perfectly. I didn't think it would, but... Whatever for Charles. That's always good. I do appreciate that, Doctor. Thank you. Yeah, I've got a lot, as you can tell, that I'm always working on behind the scenes. This map being one of the big ones right now, but it's hard because obviously I'm still uploading a tutorial a day, which is 7 a week, and if half of those are this game related, like, that doesn't leave a bunch of room for other stuff, and if I have more than that, then I have no room for other stuff. So it's essentially like I'm taking the L regardless there, but you know. Okay, this side also has two different paths, which means you're forced to go to the right. How many doors? I see one. But it's like not... I don't know what I'm looking at anymore. That's the wrong way, speaking of not knowing what I'm looking at. Door there, and then... I guess that, and then this would be the corner. That feels kind of short, but... I don't know, it's hard to tell. Generally, yes, a bit awesome. Some days it's like a no, but... for the most part, yeah, I do. It's fun. I like building, and it's kind of relaxing. Those came from the guy who put the McDonald's 7 years ago. Real. Dude, that McDonald's was the start of something. It is funny, though, to look back at that and be like, wow, I really did suck. But, I mean, hey, I'm better now, so... You're playing as in the game? Obviously a former employee, but I don't know, like... I don't have any theories as to who. I know there's some wild ones out there, but I really got nothing. Now I need some McDonald's. I could, I guess not particularly McDonald's, but I could go for something. Maybe like Wendy's. Oh, a lot further. This section is way longer than I thought. It's like, well, let's see. I have 3 minutes of footage left, and that 3 minutes is just this nightmare segment. And at the same time, that doesn't include the video, like the VHS that plays. So it's a little while for sure. But that also does include the off branch, which leads to a different room, I think. So, you know, maybe not all that far. I feel like if we were higher up, the doctor would have recognized us, though. And he said he didn't. He knew we worked there, obviously, because, well, the note was sent. Or because we came from the letter, but he says he couldn't say he recognized our face. Where are you running off to? Okay, bye. Hello, Zachary. There's that as a child, and in proportion to chairs and stuff in the game. What if they're just really big chairs? Or what if we're just really short? What if we're like Chris height? Well, obviously, eventually it will get released, yeah, Tiffany. But I mean, you are a member, so. But I'm getting there, one step at a time. But yeah, exactly. If I'm taking the step for 3, 2 and 3 would both have to be done. And when I say 2 being done, I mean tutorial. And when I say 3 being done, I mean just build in general. Because I don't really think it makes sense for me to start a tutorial on this particular chapter without it being, if not all the way done, almost done. Like, what would I be at? Seeing as how gas production zone is done, really like school section done, and just having, I guess either counselor's office or school left, like the entirety of that would be fine, but I don't know. But also if it's, what is it, like 30, not 30 years later. Is it 30 years later? I feel like it's 30 years after the Hour of Joy. So, like, even if we were a kid then, we're still not a kid now, unless we're, like, a child of a former employee and we're investigating for some reason because we got the... You know, that's actually a really interesting theory. or the child of the former employee. I have nothing to back that up. This is the nightmare sequence in Home Sweet Home. 10 years. Okay. They're using Benny's. Oh my god. God dang it. How do I manage that? How do I, like, remember that? Lord have mercy. Yeah, I know how dark this is. I cannot see anything, and my phone brightness is all the way up, and I think my game brightness was too. That's a cute joke. Crossed off sign in the slide room in chapter 2 that we were predicting is our slide. Yeah, I could see that. I don't get why our letters would be knocked off, because what would we have done to have been in the position to that have been had happened? What the hell just came out of my mouth? Hello, Lefty. Warden slide? Oh yeah, that was mentioned. I think somebody mentioned that at some point. I think it was man. I could be wrong. I don't know. I feel like it was though. Opening my phone every time just flashbangs me since I have my brightness all the way up. One, 2, 3, 4. Okay, is there a previous 4 that would be the same direction? This would be a previous 4 that's the same direction, I think. I could be wrong, I don't know. It looks like it's the same. Yeah, sure, let's go all the way. It doesn't really matter, so. Seeing as how I believe it's exactly the same, yeah. That's wrong. I'm so glad I failed. Oh yeah, I put it under because it fit better. Well, we obviously knew something happened. We just didn't know what happened. I guess is the vital bit of information. Lathe, Stella, Eddie, only the 4 of us have that kind of clearance. Yup. There's things we don't know about it doesn't mean we actually don't. Traumatizing memories causing hundreds of deaths is definitely something to block out. Well, we can assume that it was never, like, actually publicly on the news or anything, because just based on the fact that the facility is not really changed at all since that, apparently, other than what the actual toys have done in it. But hold on, I just like need to note this in my head, what's going on here. But I mean, yeah, I think again, we definitely knew something happened, but I don't think we knew exactly what. Both around Forest would take like an hour for the cops to get there. Yeah, but either way, like, you would think that at some point they would explore it, no? Or like investigate what happened, but they never did. I guess it's kind of the main point I'm trying to make here. I see shelves on the left, which I don't have. Oh, God. Time to get bullied by concrete powder for the next 5 minutes. And I think I saw a bench on that side as well, and then I don't see, like, anything of any sort on the right. No, there's these still, but these aren't here. That's the only reason the flicker's there, too, Jock. It's when you teleport. So. What was the other thing? I swear there was something else. Yeah, it must have been the wind. This one doesn't have that. Oh, that's so weird. This doesn't exist here. Yeah, no, this is, there's no, about the toys and we're blackmailed or threatened. I'm just, okay, well, like, I'm trying to figure out how they would blackmail, like, the police, because they're trapped in the facility anyway. It's not like they can really leave, at least according to the prototype. But yeah, there's definitely some, I think, piece that's missing as to why it hasn't been investigated. What if we are Lathe Pierre? It could be. But again, I feel like the doctor would have recognized us then. It doesn't make sense regardless. Let's be honest here. Hello, Calmore. He escaped once. Yeah, but it was... He did... I was gonna say yeah because it was open, but I guess technically they could just open the doors. But there's the one... The Hour of Joy, I think, tape where Poppy was talking about it, and she says, the prototype says we can't leave. Not now, not ever. So... You know. And perhaps that Huggy ordeal was part of that. But I guess also they really, especially after you just, you know, killed everyone in the facility, you really can't do much, because I feel like if you leave, you're just done for. Some completely random employee that has nothing to do with the plot. I mean, yeah, like, I could see that happening. Tank slowly outside and inside, and the factory just sits there looking like nothing's actually happening inside. Yeah, exactly. 3 flicks! I can't count to 3, unfortunately. So, nice try. Think you can fool me in my lack of ability to count? Okay, so right just goes nowhere again. It goes into the black abyss. 2 doors. Take it or leave it. See you later, Doctor. Lathan implored the doctor, who was Ludwig, who didn't like Sawyer because of what he did. I don't think he was the only one who didn't. Who was the one? Wasn't Lathe the one that turned him into the doctor? Yeah, it was Lathe, if I remember correctly. Yeah, you'll die for this, Lathe. I remember that line. Can't wait to copy another hallway for the opposite side here. It's gonna be such a blast. Lathe is the doctor? No, he's not. Harley Sawyer is the doctor. Lathe is Lathe, I guess. This guy DM'd me and wanted to send a file of his FNAF world. What FNAF world? Yeah, because again, there's the VHS with Lathe and Harley talking. I think it was Lathe. It might be the prototype. Yeah, that could be true. But I do feel like the doctor would talk to him differently than, again, with the... Because he definitely talked to him with, like, a very, like, I own the place kind of tone. And the one VHS, you can hear them talking in Chapter 4. I mean, a little bit, Dungeon Master, a little bit. I can't really argue with that point. Not the way I would exactly word it, but like, yeah, no, you're not wrong, I suppose. Prototype was made before Lathe was the founder? Interesting. Now we're Rich, or whatever his name was, the Wally Franks of Poppy Playtime. What if Poppy's the prototype? We've seen them both at the same time, technically speaking. So, no. I've heard things about Ludwig being the prototype. I don't agree with that theory, but, like, there's definitely some evidence, I think, to potentially be like, yeah, no, that's a chance. Hello. Oh, I can't read that. Hold on. Haxbo? I don't know why. Oh, it's the font's a little... Is it smaller? I don't know. My eyes don't like it. I can't read. What if Lathe wiped the doctor's memory and that is why he didn't recognize us? It doesn't seem like it based on some of the things the doctor was saying as we were about to kill him. About, they were supposed to be my inventions or whatever the hell he says. Like, I feel like it should be faster, but I really don't think you can get it faster, can you? Mike has affectionately saw a picture of the doctor and Deli making out. Oh my god. Prototype walks across the hall in Chapter 4 and Puppy's on Kissy's shoulder. Yes, exactly. Well, it's a prototype shadow, technically, but still. Since I've been watching you for a while. The second or third video of Poppy Playtime 1. Wow, that is a good bit ago, yeah. It's crazy to think how long ago that actually was. It was 2 years ago at this point? Yeah, it would have been 2 years ago. August of 23, I believe. Same with Ban Ban 1, funnily enough. They were side by side. And now Ban Ban seems to be side by side with something else, actually. Not intentionally, it just kind of happened. What deep dark corner of the internet is that? There's a couple. There's definitely a couple like that. She knows Shirley. Poppy does not seem smart enough to do all that. Plus, if the prototype is just like, if they end up revealing that the prototype is every single character, I'm gonna like, I'm gonna crash out so hard. We already know that Ali wasn't real, so like, if they just say, hey, guess what? This character is also the prototype, I'm gonna just explode. 17.453, a bunch of other numbers repeating years ago. Yeah, exactly. Crazy to think how far, like, the channel has come from that point. Like, man. There's another radiator at the end. That's all I can see. I don't see anything else over here. And then the other side. Or do we have the 4 doors again? Let's see. Oh. I need to... Oh, yeah! Okay, when I was recording, you know the area where Ollie says you need to run and then Catnap's supposed to be peeking at you from the door? For whatever reason, Catnap just never spawned for me there. He never triggered, and I don't know why he didn't, but he just never showed up. So that was quite interesting to experience. Hello, Pinheads. Yeah, you're always late. Unbelievable. What do you mean Dog Day was the prototype? Yeah, Prototype's actually a shapeshifter, guys. He's been every character so far trying to kill us, and all of them are actually dead. And this is all a dream. Can't forget about that vital piece of information. Maybe Ollie was a kid in the orphanage turned into the prototype through the experiment. There's a theory that Ollie is the kid that's the radios are talking about in this area with his, like, organs removed. Use your H-horse? H-horse, I mean. I'm assuming you mean Ellen Abrams prototype. HN, okay, that's what I thought. I know there's a horse in Helen Neighbor Dam, but yeah, no, that very epic. Sarcasm aside. Wait, I'm the prototype? Oh my god. What if the real prototype is... Never mind, I'm not saying that. It's too cliche. You need to run. That's a lot of bombs. Turns out the grab bag was the prototype. Oh, that one's diabolical. Whoopsies, I messed up. That's great for me. Wait, no, I didn't. What? Oh, no, yes, I did, because it should be that, and then this should be the next one here. Just got a little carried away. Got a little excited, if you will. Alright, there we go. That's what it should look like. No way, Pinheads. Really? I don't believe you. Mommy Longlegs is actually Huggy Wuggy, who is secretly Catnap, who's really Doughy, who's actually the prototype. That's true. Or maybe Doughy was, maybe Doughy was the prototype, or plagued, mind washed by the prototype, something like that. Kind of hope we end up killing Poppy. Just because she ran away on us like that. Prototype seemed like a nice guy when she did that. It was like, some friend, huh? Don't worry, I'll find her. Use chain command without the repeaters to make the flickering faster. True, actually, chicken nugget. Hold on, let me teleport to this guy. Wow. Why did it... Why did it... Huh? Hold on, wait. How do I do this? What do I do with this? I don't understand chain command blocks. Set build of vision prototype build just inside. Some floors, nice. Sounds like a fun time. If you do show it to any capacity on this platform we call YouTube, I do ask for credit, obviously, but other than that, I don't really need much. All right, are you gonna work better? Or do I need like something going into you? Players, help. The prototype is the prototype. One of the other bigger buddies dead. I mean, yeah, that's especially those. I would think, yeah. How do these things work? What do you want from me? Always active? This is gonna be a mistake. Okay, yeah. Didn't do anything. Grass and play code turned out to be the prototype. Oh no. Oh my god. Scary grass. Back in my day, people thought experiment 1006 was Huggy Wuggy. Oh my god. I wasn't like into Poppy Playtime enough back then. Like I really didn't get into it until like chapter 3. Prototype was Jacksepticeye, yeah. The clip of him talking about, I think it was Mommy Longlegs, is actually the prototype. Unless it was actually the prototype that he was talking about. Technically, at least you would assume that it was Mommy Longlegs, but the prototype has 8 legs. So it could have been him. No? Correct me if I'm wrong, which I'm not, but... In case you wish. Or Playco with Poppy inside. Let's go! Whole map is the prototype. The prototype is the red gas, red smoke, whatever you want to call it. We're gonna be the biggest, longest chapter. I mean, they keep getting longer than the previous one, so I'd assume so, yeah. I'm interested in when we'll actually start getting a teaser, like teasers or something for that. No, my concrete powder! She's only abandoned us technically once. Which was in chapter 4. Because, I mean, she got yoinked in 2, and in 3 she never really abandoned us. She just kind of let us do our thing. Apparently for Chain Commander worked the starting one piece as a normal one. Okay, that makes more sense. Do I want to go back? Yeah, I'll go back. I was wondering if it was something with that. Dude, this man is making like a whole grid over here. What is going on? What if I give you a delay in picks? That didn't make a difference, did it? No, it doesn't look like it does. It's, I think, marginally faster. Excuse me, I'm gonna just like... It's marginally faster, yeah, wait, what if I just like... Hold on, because if I... If I trained all of you, will it go like Super Saiyan or something? Wow, it just didn't do anything. What? Clear. Okay, wow, that's so helpful. Thanks, game. You really have done good things today. You know you can use green wool. You know I would have thought about that right now, but yeah. I like the way concrete powder looks better. The shade of green is different. Trust me. Yeah, quiz. Talking about PJ, not mommy, because you said it. Oh, true, I guess. I thought he mentioned spider looking, but yeah, I guess it was PJ. Yeah, I'm dumb. Wait, you mean he was actually talking about the prototype? Because we all know PJ Pugapillar is the prototype. It's only been 2 hours, Kikuo. You're being dramatic. Incoming Ollie telling me I need to run. If you were actually like in this situation, like having this nightmare in real life, what would you all do? I am booking it. I'm out of there. Thanks for your business, but no thanks. I'm out. Is it this door that's open? It looks like it's this door. Let's see. No, I think I'm gonna go one more out, right? So it'll be 0, and then it'll be... No, it will be this one. Hello, Froggy. Hello, Zenith. Most random character and populate them as a big role, like being the prototype. Okay, here comes the cheese goblin or something. Here comes the toilet guy that I forget his name. See the dome. You can peek at it. No touching, but you can... Wow, that is way over there. Yeah, I'm a little far out for this, as you may be able to tell, and I just keep getting further out. This section's a little absurd. Okay, I'll show it, like, maybe in detail in a second. I don't feel like doing all that, though. Sir Poopsala, that's his name? Okay, I didn't know his name. Shows you how much I care, I guess. Okay, I'll show you a sneak peek of the dome. Chapter should you build? Have you built any of them? I'll start by asking that. Because I would just build them in order. It seems like it kind of worked for one, but when you do more, it just like freaks out. I can mess with like the delay and stuff, but it's not a huge deal. There's a dome from out here. Once we saw the train crash after getting out of the rubbish compactor, legging it down the tunnel. That's actually fair, yeah. I don't blame you on that one. There you go. There's a dome. You know what? Why don't I just enter through here? That sounds like a better idea than whatever the hell else I'm trying to do here. Whee! Kick me, Paul? Who? Forgot about the fade, I'm not gonna lie. I was expecting a flicker for some reason. Nintendo Switch? I do not know. Sorry, is this loud, guys? Is this loud? Whee! Alright, let's see if I can get the right path. I want to make sure I don't get the right path. I mean, not that there's any time soon, but whenever I do the actual tour, that I don't get the right path so I can show the teleport. Assuming we get the stupid thing right. I think it's right and then left, because I think every pathway from here is one-sided, yeah. Orange looking dude in the bit, you have to lift it down. Really? That's his... I didn't know he had a name. I know who you were talking about, but I didn't know he had a name. He looks like an orange, I'm not gonna lie. Okay. Michael trip through 4. I would do them in order because, I mean, yeah, there's somebody, I'm not going to call them out unless they want to call themselves out if they're still here, but there's somebody who was in chat who was trying to do them out of order, and he learned, like, it's just not good to do it that way. Because of the order of, whoopsies, because of the, like, chapter words, hello? Brain, wake up. Because each chapter gets, like, larger and just a lot harder overall to build than the previous one. Building them out of order is just not a fun time. Hence why I've kind of avoided. I think I am technically mentally prepared to do the next one, which is 4. But obviously I am still on 3, as you may be able to tell. So you know, I'm not gonna start it because it's just a horrendous idea for a whole bunch of other reasons. Parts of Chapter 2 tutorial. As of right now, we're like almost 50. I think it's 47 at the moment. Build the chapters of this game. But I think it's 47 right now. And that's just up to water treatment and including a little bit of water treatment as well. Not a ton, but... Hello, Dino. Yeah, like build chapter 2, or like build 1, then even, you know, start 2, and then once you hit the point where you can do 3, you start 3, and then do 4 once you hit play care. It's just not it. Especially because if you want to keep everything centralized a little bit, like obviously when I make 4, I'll have to find space for it throughout all of this, but... Why would you do that? Because you might be looking forward to making a specific segment over... Like, if you wanted to make play care over Game Station, then you could do that, but it's definitely not wise. Missing Ban. I'm definitely not building that game. If I'm building a Ban game, it's not that one. Story boss fight will be so hard to build. If we had a certain someone in chat, I would show off a build of it, but he's not here, and I don't want to show that without confirming with him. Not that he would care, but you know, because I do know somebody who's built it. Oh, are you? Yeah, okay. Starting Dark Revival based on what you remember, what's your favorite part of the game? None of it. I don't remember that much, frankly, but finding Frankie. Is that carpet? I feel like that carpet was the same. Let me make sure I don't hit any command blocks as I fly under the map. I think... I don't know, actually. Yeah, I don't really think this is a section that particularly sticks out to me. I'm not a huge fan of Dark Revival overall. It's fun, but not that fun. That is not the one I meant to go with. That's the one I meant to go with. There we go. I can't get friend requests at all. I just, like, simply can't. They don't exist. So... Dying, I know it's 95 degrees. Lord, it's 86 for me. So a little bit better, but you know, I'm wearing a Pop Evil shirt right now. If any of you are familiar with that band, I love them so much. They're so good. But yeah, this shirt is quite thick and it's a little bit warm. So like, if I go outside, I might just pass away. Man of the Adventurer. I've thought about building a Man of the Adventurer 1, but I have a specific hatred against that game, so I don't see myself building more than 1. I definitely won't build 2. 2 might have been my least favorite game I've ever played. I'm not gonna lie. Whoa, that is trippy. It's cool looking. I haven't put in your AC yet either. Well, get on it. God. I would, yeah, I would probably, but again, it just doesn't work. You know what? I'm showing. It's fine. It's finally time for me to prove my point, ladies and gentlemen. So you know I'm not bluffing. I have to Windows this because it'll break if I don't. That is why. Boom, right here. Something isn't playing nice. Xbox Social. You can't even see that, really. You can't see that bar? What? Hold on, can I like show that particularly? It isn't showing that. That's so weird. Why does it not show that on my display capture? You can see my mouse, but you can't see the social thing. Huh. Can I even show it then? Ah, show keyboard. That's interesting. Hold my breath until I finish the room that I'm on. I'll be dead by then. Still have 81 years left? Wow. It was saying exactly 100. Doesn't finish city better because I can't put all your proper Playtime maps in one without a TP. You wouldn't be able to either way, Nathan. I mean, 1 and 2 will work together, but... Finding Nemo game? Is that a thing? Also, hello, Jennifer. I feel like if I round these corners, it'll look better and worse at the same time. Indigo Park. That's a fun one. Other than landing pad. I hate building landing pad, but the rest is fun. You need to leave. Or run, I mean. There's a couple pillars on this wall. There's one like here for some reason. Right, that block is already that block is already has a block under it. Yup, that's right. Redo your probably put the map in a different map and texture it or not. I mean, if you want to, that's a lot of effort. On Wilson's voice. If only he would talk a little bit faster. He's got like 3 words a minute going. God, this rug is bothering me so much. I can type faster. Actually, I guess typing is quicker than talking, technically. So that point is kind of irrelevant. See you later, Vid Awesome. Good luck with your piano lessons. I'd love to learn to play piano. We had a piano. We don't anymore, but we did. That is lamp-shaped enough. There's a bunch of like books and stuff on here as well. Favorite horror game? I gotta think about that one. There's definitely a couple that like stick out to me. Welcome back, Cool Gamer. Yeah, it is. And then you turn around and Catnap should be in the doorway, except he isn't or he wasn't when I did this for some reason. He just said, no thanks, I'm good. Bro was taking the day off. Don't blame him. Wonder because then I can have your whole probably with the map that a teleport, at least most of the texturing is regular. Like, I don't know if I want to go through that again. Yeah, no, I wouldn't go through that again. What do you think I didn't texture it in the tutorial? Like, let's be honest here. Why do you think I talk about it but don't do it? Because, Jesus, I'm not doing that twice. It's just quite simply not happening. Try to keep my brain in one piece. It's snowing indoors? I don't think I'm supposed to do that. I mean, I could be wrong, but I don't really... You know, all the times I've been indoors, I haven't really seen snow generally there. So, might want to get that checked out. Any, like, red N-shaped plant? Mushroom? Oh, crimson fungus. I'm just gonna leave it empty. Pretend like that's a telephone, guys. And then I gotta go back and take this banner so I can use it again. And then it's time for the seedling. It looks like there's a chair in the corner, but I legitimately can't tell. It looks like right here there's like just like 2 chairs that are like that. I'm gonna add them because it looks like they're there, but I don't really know what I'm looking at. So, you know. Oh. No, I'm pretty sure it is snowing indoors. I'm pretty sure you're actually lying. Epic. Another room down. You're on home sweet home and can't have teleports right in front of you. You have 0.3 seconds to run. I would not have the reaction time for that, I'm gonna be honest. Get on the door. You'll never find me up here 3-hour stream? Perhaps. I know the meme you're talking about, Uggy. It means China has successfully killed the Wither, and now has the resources necessary to construct a beacon. Or did he say craft? I feel like he says construct. Build it once with texturing and once without. Wait a darn diddly second. That changed. Wait a minute. That changed on me. I don't... No, I don't want to... No, thanks. I went this way anyway, so it's fine. One more door or 2 more doors? One, maybe two. It's hard to tell. Okay, it's 1, and then a like long wall section. Drone's name is Bob. Not Bob. What did Bob do? Bob's wanted in 16 countries. Hmm. 54 votes. Wow. That's a lot of votes, guys. 44% chapter 3, 31 chapter 4, 14 2, 9, 14 1, sorry, and then 9 2. Really? I'm shocked 2 is the lowest there. My order would be 3 4 2 1, I think. So pretty much what the poll was. Yeah, poor chapter 2. Well, 9% out of 54 votes would be 5 people, right? So it would be 5, and I can't do the rest of the math, frankly. I just know that. Was good until Dowie died. Chapter 4 would have been good if half of the deaths weren't anticlimactic and I forgot the other part of that apparently. It's good. There's a lamp right here. And the amount of bugs and glitches. You don't remember me getting soft locked? On my first playthrough, like 4 times actually. I just kept getting soft locked. I just can't stop getting soft locked. But I got soft locked by jumping over a railing, which I shouldn't have. I got soft locked because I went back in through a door that you could go through again because it looked like it was the right way to go, and I was just sniffing around, or just like a way to go, and I was sniffing around. I got soft locked twice from the like battery change for the generator. I think that was it. I think those were the only soft locks I experienced. But that thing was just like giving me troubles for some reason. I did like because like oh yeah no I kicked the I took the fuse and I put it outside of the room, and then it obviously got trapped out there, so I couldn't use it. And then another time I just couldn't put it in for some reason. It was not a good time. See you later, Calmore. Thanks for the 5 people that voted on chapter 2. Yeah, thanks guys. I feel like Bendy 3 will not be called Bendy 3. It'll be Benny and the Freaky Freakers. That's so true. Chapter 4 would have been good if Pianosaurus got more screen time. Also fair. Chapter 2 done the fake lights outside the windows in the train station. They get done. They should have been done. Were they not done in musical memory segment? I think they're first part of the Wugster segment, as I'm calling it. They are definitely done, though, yeah. I think it's the first part there, I guess, if it wasn't musical memory. I was thinking it was for some reason, but perhaps not. There's an item frame on that one. And then on the other one, there was something. It was a lamp and something else. There's 3 things, actually. There's an item frame again. There's more snow. And then there's a lamp. Is it a radiator or a desk? I think that's a desk. Yes, it is hard to tell the difference. Leave me alone. Or one of these things, I guess. It's not a desk, it's a drawer. Next part of Playco. I'll say it again. Wouldn't you like to know? Wasn't that just uploaded yesterday? There was a part yesterday, right? I'm not crazy? It's like it's the couches and stuff that are covered in like a white sheet. There was? Okay. Like FNAF 2 or Chapter 2. I like Chapter 2 of Poppy Playtime more. I do love FNAF 2. FNAF 2 might be my favorite out of the like Defend the Room FNAF games. I guess out of the first 6. Yeah, first 6 we'll say. Plus UCN. I do like UCN though. UCN's fun. How would you all feel about a UCN Twitch stream at some point soon? Not like tomorrow or anything, but like I want to do. I'm thinking I might steal T-Jock's idea and do some FNAF games before Secret of the Mimic. I would really just do UCN 2 maybe. Security breach, help wanted to, and maybe into the pit if I'm feeling it. Copycat? Who said that? Definitely not T-Drug99. Perhaps actually a woman? Perhaps. 50-20? I'm not doing 50-20. You cannot make me do 50-20. I refuse. Do FNAF 1 for throwback? I guess I could. I just don't want to 1 copy T-Jug too much, and 2, I don't like FNAF 1 all that much. Sorry, I know. Put me in the cancel bin. I stated my opinion. That's fair. I'll just make sure to pick better FNAF games than you because I'm cooler. Because you can't do Help 1 and 2, can you? Since you don't have it, and since I have it, I can be cool and do it. FNAF Marathon YouTube stream. Did you guys see Astral Spiff's recent FNAF Marathon? I just finished watching, like, the 4-hour video he posted. I think I talked about this in the last YouTube stream as well, but, man, that kind of sums up why I wouldn't want to do a FNAF marathon. I would do, like, playing through each FNAF game until I die, or something, but I wouldn't do a marathon, quite. Look him up. He does FNAF marathons, and it was like 23 FNAF games, or something absurd. And he did it in, oh, well, I won't spoil the time, but just go watch it. Look up FNAF Marathon. I'm sure it'll come up, or one of them will. I think it was 23 games. Okay, there's a potted plant, but there's not a thing. Which is legitimately just the last one again, I guess. One night in 2D. Wrath could reach his summer. Nice. Also, welcome back, Tiffany. No shot, Nathan. No shot. He has 1 million subs, sure, but the NTDM is like way more. I guess Astral Spiff. Well, you have to be into the games because I don't think Astral Spiff's ever done Batum. He's like been a lot of Poppy Playtime and FNAF and Lethal and stuff, but I guess not that much Lethal. You loser is insane. It moves too quick for the commands to keep up, and I don't think the tick delay is working. That's what I thought. Yeah, that's what I figured was happening. That's so cringe. Yeah, exactly. That's why I mentioned that, because I figured you'd be like, oh, no Batum. Right, okay, so I don't know this guy. How much longer do I have left? 242! Oh my god. And I guess, well, like, probably a good bit of that is the loop. And then another good bit is, again, the 2 rooms. But still, jeez. Depending on where you're standing, a command could be skipped. Are you saying, like, if I was, like, next to it and, like, you were in, or, like, I'm next to this one and you're over there, and then it would trigger those, like, for you and then the rest for me? Is that what you're implying, or just, like... No. That it just... because it wouldn't load in? After, or, like, at a certain distance? Do I watch any people who make Bendy videos? The main one is... Thanks, man. Thanks. Super Horror Bro. I'm sub to Super Horror Bro, but I don't really watch him. I use him to see new games that are out. Who did that? I have no bow. I don't know what you're talking about. Arrow shot? No. See, there's no arrow over here. Man's been flying. Oh, there's a trident here. Pasta like the food. That's crazy. Who's throwing wind charges? That's weird. Wow. That's crazy. Horror review content video on Hello Neighbor and FNAF. Crazy. Whee. Did one Poppy Playtime video about chapter 3. I've done more than that. This is the point where I start to burn out from doing the same damn hallways. I might honestly, if as you can get it though, yeah, I kind of figured. Maybe, I mean, maybe I could screw with it and see if I, like, not to make it quicker, but just to see if I want a different amount of flicks rather than 3, because I don't want it to be too long, you know? Because the 3 is definitely a lot. Thank you for trying, at least, though. Okay, I'm just kind of seeing there's one hallway, there's 2, there's 3. And then there's the spinny thing. And then there's 4, which leads to the final area. Yeah, okay. So we're actually, like, pretty much there. I mean, there's a lot left still, but I might end there, honestly. And then I can just finish this off stream or maybe on a Twitch or something. Because it's so many hallways, like, you know. Hello, Luciano. Burning out. Only other section I have is actual Home Sweet Home that I'd want to do. And that's going to really give me the same problem, I think, at this point. Either way, 3 hours of building is, you know, a lot. You're a little bit late, true. Overall, though, pretty good. So, yeah, current plan, I guess, is, again, Home Sweet Home. Probably this will be Twitch, finish, and then this will be, hopefully, like, by the end of June. It depends on how long this area takes, because I'm hoping I can finish this room right here, like, within a day or 2. Like, if I could finish this tonight, even, that'd be epic. I don't necessarily see that one happening, but maybe. And then, yeah, again, it'd just be catting that boss fight from there, which really shouldn't take that long. That area is fairly bland as far as I'm aware. Other than obviously the stuff in the main area, but we'll see. We shouldn't be that far off from this being done, which will be a nice episode to break up Home Sweet Home here at Twitch. Oh my god. And then, yeah, Cave will probably get one as well eventually. Either of just me doing that or if Chris wants to help as well, that would be an option. Whatever. And then, yeah. I think after gas production is done, I might... I'll have to check how Home Sweet Home goes, because I don't remember if you... Because if I can get to the end of Home Sweet Home and start even making the area after it, you might just go back. I don't remember what you do after you unlock the generator. I don't think... Because you don't come out anything else. You do come out Home Sweet Home. I could make that potential part of time lapse, and then once actual Home Sweet Home is done, I could release that, and then it'd just be, you know, I just would have a bunch of stuff. I don't know. Home Sweet Home's gonna be annoying, I think. Probably, if I had to guess, the most annoying of the three. Counselor's Office is gonna suck as well. But I do feel like that's more linear than Home Sweet Home is. Home Sweet Home is just a bunch of rooms that all connect. And then school is kind of the same. But school has some sort of linearness to it. And that could also be time-lapse. I'm not really sure yet. We'll just kind of see what about Playhouse. Playhouse is after school, so I'm not really thinking about that yet. I guess basically it depends on the order, because if I finish... Again, if gas production gets finished like by the end of this week, then... You know, I think I just move straight to school from there with time-lapses, and then, you know... Depending on if I'm done the time-lapses or not, it depends on whether or not Home Sweet Home or Funhouse, whatever happens, or Counselor's Office even. I don't know. Remember Chapter 1? If you're referencing for tutorial at some point, yeah, probably after I'm finished 2, though. At least for members, it might end up kind of sliding in the middle of 2. But I'm not sure yet. I think the general plan is to have 2 entirely finished first before anything releases, but yeah, no, it's been revamped, actual build-wise, as you can see. But we'll see what I end up doing. It will eventually get something, yeah. I do want to change this as well, because, well, yeah. Show Granny before I end. Thing if I want him. No, you'll see it soon enough. He's silly. I mean, yeah, he is. Honestly, though, for what would I have started this? Like 2 months ago, if even. It's been a good amount of progress already. I really can't complain with the speed and pace I'm doing this at. Obviously, it's weird because, you know, between time lapses and stuff where I've had gaps, like, I know after the first episode was done, I just didn't work on it for, like, a good while. Other than, I guess, the episode 2 stream. But, yeah, it's been nice to have, like, consistent sections that I can time-lapse. Let's play a care and everything. Anyway, with that being said, that's where I'm going to end the stream. Thank you guys for what you guys did and enjoyed this video. Again, there will be a Twitch tonight. It'll probably be Repo again, continuing that crazy solo run I was on for the last 2 Repo streams, I think. And yeah, that being said, have a fantastic rest of your day or night, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.